Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I am Berns. I'm your Dr. Moore certified detox specialist. And today in class, we are going to be talking all about protein. And where do you get your protein from, Berns? One of my most common questions, I think, doing a juice detox and being mainly raw vegan, about 90% raw vegan. I get it all the time. But where do you get your protein from? We're going to talk about all of that today in class. So, welcome. Join us. We always start our morning classes with a little bouncing to get our three flows of energy going in the body: our blood flow, our lymphatic flow, and our nerve flow. So, as long as you have good kidney filtration, how do you know? You're peeing in a jar, you're checking to see if there's any sediment in your urine. If you've got good sediment, if you've got sedimentation going on in your urine, your kidneys are filtering, and you can safely start a nice, gentle, light rebounding to get your lymphatic system flowing even more and getting all of those acidic wastes out of your body. So we usually have about 15 or 20 minutes or so of greeting, of seeing people come into the class, maybe about 5-10 minutes today before we launch into our lesson on protein. So welcome everybody, drop in, say hello. If you're watching live, definitely put a comment in the chat box because I'll answer your questions. I pull up all of your questions, all of your comments, just like this, like I just did with Amy. Good morning all, getting my bounce on. Awesome, Amy, how are you doing? Did you have a good meditation? I hope you did. I think you did. I was thinking about you this morning. I was like, yep, Amy's probably doing her meditation right now. Yep, yep. I hope you had a good sleep, babe. I hope you had a good sleep. Welcome to class. Cynthia is here. Yes. Oh my gosh, you caught the class live again, Cynthia. This is so cool. Welcome to class. So glad to see you here. Rockstar is here. Good morning, everyone, says Rockstar. How's California doing today, my friend? Is it good? Is the weather nice? Yeah, of course it is. It's California. It's California. Of course the weather is nice. Good morning, Berns. How are you? Says Nancy. I'm doing very well, Nancy. How are you doing? I hope you had a good sleep. Any luck on that kidney stone as yet, babe? Fingers crossed that it's not too much longer. Oh my gosh. Dee is here. Good morning, Dee. So glad to see you. How are you doing? All right. Let's get bouncing. So I'm going to just show you real quickly, that's not good English, Berns, really quickly. I'm going to show you my rebounder. Oh, okay. Well, that just happened. My whole thing came out. 1 second. Tighten that up. I'm just going to show you my rebounder here. So I'm doing my rebounding on a 38-inch wide rebounder. Got some dust bunnies. The kitten is like coming up here. They bring all their little dust bunnies from their feet. So all I do when I do my bouncing is I just raise and lower my heels just like this, right? I keep the balls of my feet right on the rebounder, and it's a very gentle bounce. I'm not doing anything too aggressive. You really don't need to. This is really, really good. Just like this. If you don't want to do that level, you can still have a really good rebounder experience just by leaving your feet completely flat and just flexing your knees just like that. Even that amount of bouncing is going to help get your cardiovascular system, your lymphatic system, and your nerve system woken up and ready for a beautiful day. So come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. You can get bouncing with me. It's all good. It is all good. So we're going to just fix this real quick. There we go. So we're just going to gently bounce for about 10 or 15 minutes as we continue to greet each other in the class. This is just like a real live classroom, you guys. It's like we're at the best naturopathic school, and we all came together today to learn about protein and to get some confidence so that we can answer this question of where do you get your protein? Because that is something that we have had ingrained in us for a long time, that you need to have a lot of protein or else, I don't know, you're going to fall apart, I guess. I don't know. So we're going to talk all about how to get your bioavailable, the most bioavailable protein source for your body. Because we're biological beings, right? We're physical, we are chemical, but you need to have something, you need to have bioavailable food. You need the stuff that we eat needs to be available biologically to the body in order to be utilized by the body and not impact the body negatively. That's it. So we're going to be talking all about that today. But in the meantime, as we're getting our bounce on, so if you're watching this on the replay, fast forward to about the 15-minute mark, because that's when we really start diving in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Who else is in class? Let's see. Not yet on the kidney stone. All right, babe. Keep doing the work. You know, the power, the secret is in the fruits. So you know that. I'm drinking a mixture of leftover juices. Grapefruit, strawberry juice, pineapple juice, tangerine juice, all mixed in there together. Good morning, all. Good morning, David. I had a bad night. No, insomnia. I think you might mean insomnia, typo. I'm going to skip the rest. Babe, well, we're thinking about you. We're thinking about you. Try to get a little bit of sleep in today, yeah? Oh, man. Good morning. It's raining. It's pouring. I love the rain. Am I weird that way? I look outside and I see it's raining and I just feel like, oh, I like it. The earth is getting a nice drink. The earth is staying nice and hydrated. All of the rain, end of March, beginning of April showers, bring those flowers. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Carol. Carol says, good morning, Berns. How are you doing? So glad that you are here today again, Carol. How's your journey going? Are you having a good one? Yeah. Yes, as my dad would always say. Good morning, all, says Duda. Berns, I was just watching the replay from Saturday until you started your live class at 2 p.m. and here you are an hour early. Am I an hour early? Is it the weekend? No, I'm right on time, Duda. I'm so glad that you were watching the class. Yeah, yesterday I did a 2 p.m. class for my afternoon kiddies, my afternoon kidlets in class. Yes, it's raining here too, Sheila. Yeah, I love the rain. I love the rain. Good morning, Carrie. How are you? Good morning, Greet. Greet says, good morning, Berns. Good morning, Dyke. Good morning. Love everyone divinely. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. So great to have you in class. Good morning, everyone, says RM. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. Sheila says, hi, Amy. I love a rainy day too. Oh yeah, totally. Good morning, Sharon. Hope you're all keeping well. Yes, indeed. I hope you are keeping well too. Good morning. I love all the weather. It's just cool. I do too. I mean, what a beautiful planet this is, isn't it? There's always something. Love it. It's raining here too. There you go. All the way over in England. Doing great, feeling more energy, and sleep is still good. Awesome. You're doing it, babe. You are doing it. I've been sick with a bad sinus cold. I remember Dr. Morris said, when you get sick with a cold, be happy because you're getting stuff out. Now my boyfriend has the cold. So you guys, you know that is just a symptom of detox, right? You know your body is just going, oh, too much acids in here. Let's get this out, right? And whether you detox deliberately or whether your body does it on its own because it's got too much congestion, man, your body's going to do it. You may as well celebrate it. I've been noticing that my nose is being so runny. Like, seriously, it's like, come on, man. It's like, there's Kleenexes everywhere. I remember Dawn was talking about that. Dawn is like that too. Nose always running. But seriously, mine has been pouring. Literally, it's like nonstop. Finally caught you. Finally caught me. You caught me, babe. You caught me. Every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, 10 a.m. Unless rescheduled or canceled because, you know, sometimes the Berns needs a bit of a rest too, right? But yeah, I'm here, babe. I'm always here. Set your clock. subscribe to my channel, set your notifications to get notified when I am dropping a new video or going live. But yeah, just embellish it onto your brain. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, as the case may be. Yes, I've had more clearing of throat stuff, and some yuck chunk of wax made its way out of my ear a few days ago. Amazing. Amazing. Good morning, Berns. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, consciousness. Terry is in the house. Good morning. Could I be detoxing back of neck? It's creaky when I turn my head. Yes. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. The whole body detoxes. It's not just spot training. Like, you're not just going into work on your abs when you go into the gym today. You know what I mean? You can't spot train in the gym anyhow, but you can't spot detox either. Your detox is going to happen on a systemic level all throughout your body. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh God, I can't deal with the rain anymore. Had it for a long time now, but hey, spring is on its way. Yeah, well, that's how it is when you live in England, right? A lot of rainy days. Sleep score was 90, slept throughout the night, woohoo, and woke up in the daylight for the first time in quite a while. Beyond grateful. Hey, babe, that is amazing. Good for you. Yay, Sheila. No kidding, right, RM? Hi, Amy. How did your husband do on? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good question, Duda. How did your husband do on a juice day for lunch, Amy? Excellent question. My aunt woke me, so that's how I was on time. Aha. 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 Just received my book yesterday. I'm halfway through. What an eye opener for sure. Whoa, Dee. Halfway through. You're a rock star, man. I wish I could read that fast. Yeah, the book that Dee is referring to is the Detox Miracle Source Book by Dr. Robert Morse. It's like the Bible. It's the Bible of how to heal yourself the natural way. To actually, the only way to really heal yourself at all is the natural way. So yeah, I'm so glad that you got it. RM says I've been completely coffee free and stevia free for at least 10 days now, and I do not crave or miss them one bit. Awesome. RM, that is so cool, man. Thank you, everyone, for helping me break free of those serious addictions. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing, I think, technically wrong with stevia. I can't stand it. It's got a horrible aftertaste. My body rejects it. I'm like, no, I can't do that. And coffee is such a hard addiction to break. You did it. Oh my gosh. No looking back now. You just keep on that trajectory. When you want some energy in your body, you don't want to put it in with a stimulant driven energy. You want to get that in with a dynamic cellular energy so that you can feel completely energized on a cellular level. You know what I mean? That is the real energy that we're looking for, not stimulant energy from coffee. That is not what it is about. I love rain. Can't relate. It's so good. I know. I love rain too, especially a tropical rain. Oh my gosh, consciousness. Did you hear? You probably haven't heard. I'm moving to Costa Rica. Yeah, I know. And it's the same latitude as Trinidad. Yeah, 10 degrees north of the equator. I can't wait to be a tropical girl again. Yes. Hi, RM. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Amy says, Duda, he loved it. He felt great, but then had some kind of acidic meal for dinner. Hey, baby steps, right? It's all about baby steps. That's what it is. That is what it is. That is what it is. We grew up on the East Coast and now live in Utah, and we miss thunderstorms so much. Yeah, when I lived in California in 2011, 2012, I used to go to sleep with rain, sounds of rain, thunderstorms on my app, on my phone, on an app or something. Yeah, I miss the rain when it's not there. Oh, that's great news, Amy. One step at a time. Exactly, right? Huge bells for RM. That is amazing. It is amazing to heal from those addictions. Yes, indeed. I see more people coming into the class. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room. Really excited that you guys are here. We're going to be starting our discussion in a minute after I run through the initial questions and comments and greetings from the students in the class. If you're watching this and you're brand new, oh my gosh, I highly encourage you to just get over that fear and just say hello, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm new. I want to ring some bells for you. I like to ring my bells. You can ring my bell, 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 ring my bell, my bell. I want to ring some bells for you guys. Okay, I've been bouncing for about 10 minutes. Let me quickly scroll through and see the other comments. She was being yucky, came in to drop the acid food for my grandmother. She looks at the food now and knows that's what's ruining her body. Also, I think I might actually be over the addiction. That is amazing. I've been having banana smoothies almost every day. You go, girl. You go, girl. Yes, RM, we did it. Yes, you guys broke through some addiction issues. That's so cool. That's so amazing. Little baby steps, a little bit at a time, is going to get you all the way to your goal, right? But you have to be brave enough to want to face those things. So when you start facing it and you start working through it and you start, releasing the need to be dependent on something outside of yourself, that is incredible. Yeah, stevia makes me nauseous. Yeah, I don't like it at all. I used to love coffee, says Amy. I had 2 to 3 cups a day, couldn't get through my day without it. I don't even miss it now. Yeah, that was me too. I think I love the sweet milkiness of it. Some people are addicted to their tea because they can have the sweet, creamy, it's like it's just a carrier for your sugar and milk is what it was for me. Anyhow, I know. Some people are like, no, no, no. I would always have my coffee black. Okay, well, for me, I'm just saying I was addicted to the sweet milkiness of my coffee. That's what it was. It's like glunk, glunk, glunk with the cream and several spoonfuls of sugar many times a day. Yeah, that stuff was killing my body. And no wonder cancer, it's like, oh, okay. That in addition to all the other stuff I was putting in. Yes, thank you so much. I'm excited. I'm excited. Consciousness says, hey, Shelly, it's been a minute. When was the last time anyone saw Kelly? Kelly has been here. Yeah, she's been in the afternoon classes occasionally when I do them, and she pops in from time to time. Yeah, Kelly is off on so many adventures doing her thing now, which is really great to see. Good morning. Good morning, B. Greetings, Juicy family. So good to be here today. So good to have you. Bonnie is here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sheila, that is amazing. Hey, Deepika is here. Good morning. Good morning, darling. Yes, indeed. It is amazing. So good to be here. Okay, so let's get started on our lesson for today, shall we, class? Yes, indeed. Today we are going to be talking about protein and everything that we need to know about protein. Really, protein, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, baby. Are you guys ready for some truth? Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm going to talk about this, and while I'm talking about these, while I'm referring to these notes, if anybody has any thoughts, anything that comes up, anything that's resonating with them, please definitely drop it into the comments and I will pull them up for you. All right, let's go. So protein structures are built. So mental note, this is at the 1827 mark. For those of you who are watching on the replay, I'll try to put that timestamp in the description of the video, so you can go right to the class notes if you want to do that. So protein structures are built from building materials called amino acids. They are the building materials that your body requires and uses for building or for growth and maintaining and repairing itself. So that's really important to remember. So if you think of it like a house, like a building, right? You have all of the bricks that go together to make the house. So you want to have the most available bricks to use. You don't want a structure that's already formed, right? You don't want a structure that's bonded, where the amino acids, where the bricks have been put into place with all the mortar in between and it's solid. That is like animal protein. So that's a really important factor to remember. The first thing we want to remember, that proteins are built from the amino acids in the foods. Very, very important. Now, proteins are the nitrogen-based substance of a food. And remember what we talked about in yesterday's class, in our fruit class? We talked about us being not nitrogen machines for fuel, but carbon machines for fuel. We are carbon machines, hence the word carbohydrate. And when we talked about sugar yesterday, we talked about wanting to keep our carbons very simple in structure so that they're most bioavailable. Hence why we focus so much on fruit juices, because that is bioavailable, unstructured, simple chemistry. We're always looking for simple chemistry. But nitrogen is what makes protein. It's nitrogen based. A protein is a general word for the total nitrogenous substances of animal or vegetable matter. Now, the human body requires numerous amino acids, of which there are two groups. 11 essential amino acids are said to be mandatory for proper growth, repair, and many non-essential things in your body are said to be. So, can the body use protein? As is the case with sugar, the body can only use simple amino acids, the kinds that are abundantly found in vegetables and nuts. The proteins that are found in flesh-type proteins, aka meat, must be broken down, right, hydrolyzed into simple amino acids before the body can truly use them. So just like I said, it's like a house, right? It's got to break those bricks apart for you to go build your own house with the bricks. You can't build a house with a house. You need to build a house with individual bricks that you can then put together to build your house, right? Now, meat is like a secondhand protein because of the digestion process needed to break down the complex completed structure or building the building itself into usable simple building blocks. Amino acids become free agents for growth, maintenance, and repair in an alkaline or cationic environment. So if you've got good amino acids in you, it's really good for you. Like, we need amino acids. We need good quality protein, not in a structured form, in a building block, in a simple form, so that we can use it in our body. But of course, the body has to be alkaline, in an alkaline environment. In an acidic environment or an anionic environment, they tend to bind with minerals, metals, and fats, causing further toxic conditions in the body. So think about that for a minute. If you're eating a lot of protein, especially structured protein, that usually leads to an acidic environment, because the ash that's left behind when we eat flesh, when we eat meat, the ash that's left behind is an acid forming ash in the first place. So it's kind of like a double whammy, you know? In an acidic environment, they tend to bind with minerals, metals, and fats, causing further toxic conditions in the body. You can eat all the protein you want, however, you cannot rebuild itself. The body cannot rebuild itself properly without proper bioavailability of amino acids. Proteins from foreign proteins from meat, dairy products, grains, eggs, and the like are abrasive to the mucosa of the body. Yeah. I find that really interesting, actually. It's abrasive to the mucosa of the body. What's the mucosa of the body? Well, first of all, what does abrasive mean? Abrasive means anything that scrubs away or erodes or corrodes, right? And what is the mucosa of the body? Our body is lined with, especially our digestive tract, our entire digestive tract is lined with a mucosa lining. And if you eat a lot of meat, a lot of dairy, grains, and eggs, it is going to corrode or abrade or wear away that lining within the digestive tract. You know, sometimes when we have a high fruit diet and we like citrus and we have a lot of sores, and for me, my geographical tongue would flare up. It doesn't anymore, but I would get all of these craters on my tongue, sore tongue. What happens in the mouth is a really good indication of what's happening throughout your entire digestive system. Actually, I need to go grab a Kleenex. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So when you eat protein, when you eat protein, you have to consider the fact that it's going to be abrasive to your entire digestive tract. Some of the final digestive stages of protein matter result in the production of uric acid, which is abrasive and irritating, which inflames and damages tissue. Uric acid deposits create arthritis in the joints and muscle tissue, and it also creates gout. I don't know if Jasmine is here, but anybody who is dealing with anything, especially with this whole thyroid issue, and you're getting a lot of swelling there, arthritis in the joints, uric acid. Remember as well that the parathyroid gland is going to pull and leach calcium out of the body in order to keep the acid hit in the body down, right? So that's where we also see a lot of arthritis in the joints coming through, a lot of calcium leaching. The more flesh protein you put into your body, the more you overwork your immune system, the lymphatic system, aka your sewer system, and the more you invite the parasitic kingdom to grow inside of you. Yeah, that's something that we don't think about because we think, oh, I'm cooking my meat. There's no parasites in there. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are. And they also lay eggs throughout the meat. When you eat all that stuff, that's how we get parasites. That's how we get parasites. And when you get onto this juicy detox and you're cleaning out your body, one of the things that we focus on and that we highly recommend is that you're on a deworming protocol. You can do that with Parasite G from Dr. Morse, which are powerful, powerful herbs that help get rid of the parasites. It helps them dislodge from your abdominal wall and throughout your whole system. Yeah, you need to clean out that parasite stuff, right? I mean, we don't think of it when we eat meat. We just think of how it smells. That's one of the reasons why meat requires so much cooking in order to make palatable. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing out here? Great question. Great questions, you guys. I'm going to come to those in just a second. Many parasites, including many viruses, bacteria, and some big boys such as worms and flukes, feed on waste from flesh protein digestion. Viruses. Can we think about that for a minute? All right, the viruses in the parasitic moniker in that whole parasite family. Very, very, very interesting, right? Eating meat causes body odor from rotting, putrefying flesh within us. We think that we eat meat and we just poop it out and it's gone from our body. But when you go on a juice cleanse, you actually notice and you know that you're getting rid of all kinds of solid waste still from your bowels. It's absolutely incredible. Where's that solid waste coming from? It's stuff that has been stuck inside of your small intestines that's been stuck there for like decades sometimes. And a lot of that is meat. Mm-hmm. Meat can become compacted on the intestinal walls, causing our mucosa and intestinal lining to decay along with the meat. So if anybody here has experienced any kind of, I'm like seriously having a seriously warm flash over here. Woo, come on, thyroid. Come on, thyroid. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Things to Heal in Berns's Body. Oh my God. So if you think about this, if you have meat that you've eaten and it is compacted and impacted in your intestinal wall, oftentimes in a polyp or in those diverticuli, in those little spaces in your intestinal wall, yeah, that meat sits in there, and not only does the meat decay, but the tissue around it, the tissue that it's touching, also starts to decay. That's where we see a lot of people get a lot of these colitis issues, diverticulitis, all of this kind of stuff from the meat that is not being excreted from their body. Like a lot of people, when you look at it, just think about it. When you're not on a healthy detox kind of protocol, how does your poop smell? How do your farts smell? Yeah, it smells like something crawled up inside of you and died. Except it didn't crawl up inside of you and died. It died and you ate it. And that's what it's smelling. That's what makes your poop smell so bad. when you go on this fruity kind of detox, I'm telling you, your shit doesn't stink nearly as much as it used to when you used to eat meat. It's absolutely incredible. Putrefaction changes proteins into toxic chemical byproducts. Fruits and vegetables, on the other hand, do not decay and do not rot and putrefy in the body and do not cause these problems. Proteins, when metabolized, leave behind an acid ash residue, which can create inflammation and cause tissue breakdown. The opposite reason why we are supposed to eat them. Yeah. We're not supposed to be eating stuff that causes tissue breakdown in the body. Like, why are we doing that to ourselves, right? Well, because it's been culturally ingrained in us. That's why. It's been proven that a vegetable diet supplies more available nitrogen than a meat diet. So oftentimes, I remember when I was on a very, I would say, effective at chiseling down my body. When I was on a body transformation program with a fitness coach, I was on a very high protein diet. Did I lose weight? Yeah, I did, because I was very calorie deficient. I was exercising 3 times a day. It was absolutely crazy. But little did I know that all of that protein that my coach had me eating wasn't even bioavailable to my body. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So it's been proven that a vegetable diet supplies more available nitrogen than a meat diet. Did you guys know that? Did you know that? It's true. The body cannot use flesh-type proteins, grouped or structured amino acid, until it breaks them down into simple amino acids first. So in the first place, we're eating all of this structured protein, and trust me, guys, I get it. I used to love meat. I mean, yeah, until I found out about all this stuff and I figured out about, I realized what I was doing to my body. Like, wow, wow. Plant proteins are simple structures of amino acids, which are considerably less energy robbing. And that's another thing that we need to think about. We need to think about the electromagnetic energy of the food that we are eating. We don't think about that. We just think about how it tastes, what flavors it has, the mouthfeel, how it feels in our belly, in like the immediate feeling, that fullness feeling, and we don't really think about our food from an electromagnetic, energetic point of view. Cooked meat has 0 angstroms of energy. Zero, you're getting, think about if you were to plug in your phone every night into your cube, into the wall. You plug it in to charge it up because you're going to need it fully charged the next day, right? Well, protein eating protein from animal sources is the same as plugging your phone into the wall using a cube that is completely dead, and you are getting no energy out of that wall. No energy. 0 angstroms of energy. But it takes an incredible amount of energy to break down the nutrients and to break down the flesh matter in order to get whatever little bit of nutrients you're getting from it, but it has actually 0 energy coming from it. So you're actually in an energy deficit when you eat meat. But then I get questions like, well, how come then when I eat meat, Berns, I feel energetic? I need to have a burger in order to have energy. Well, that's because you're getting a lot of artificial chemical stimulant. That is what gives you that energy in the meat, as opposed to a dynamic cellular energy that is sustained and is much better for you health wise. Plants being full of electromagnetic energy counterbalance this energy need. Meat, on the other hand, is much more structured and electrically dead. Electrically dead. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to get all of my electricity and all of my energy in the most efficient way possible. And fruits have 8,000 to 10,000 angstroms of energy. That's just the energetic resonance that they give off, compared to, and vegetables, 8,000 to 9,000 angstroms of energy, compared to meat, 0 angstroms of energy. So, how much energy do you want? How much of an energetic life do you want? That's the question, right? This requires much more of a radical digestive process, which robs the body of vital energy. Because of the high acidic content, too much meat protein has been linked to colon cancer, the second largest type of cancer in America today. Yeah, yeah. The liver, pancreas, and kidneys and intestines are destroyed when protein consumption is too high. Look at all of the systems in our body that we are completely wrecking with all of this excessive meat. Your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, and your intestines. And then we walk around with all of these diseases that have to do with all of these things. The gastrointestinal stromal tumors that I've had have been on my liver. I had 75% of my liver removed in 2017. I've been down this road. I've done it to myself. It's not, oh, I got it. By the way, I never say fuck cancer. I just want you guys to know that. I never say that because I did it to myself. And I didn't know I did it to myself. Even when I was first diagnosed in 2011 and had 75% of my stomach removed, that was the first cancer surgery to to remove the cancer. I've never ever said that. I just intuitively knew that this cancer was here to teach me something, to show me something. And lo and behold, it only took me 9 years to figure it out. It only took me 9 years to be ready to hear the information. You know what I mean? And this is the information that I didn't know, that all of that meat and all of the complex sugars as well that I was eating before is what actually led to all of these things in my body. Yeah. Eye-opening, sobering. 20 to 40 grams of protein a day is plenty, but most people eat 150 to 200 grams a day. That's what my trainer had me on. I looked at my training notes the other day. Heavy, 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 heavy. It was 20 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Yeah, zero fresh fruit, zero fresh vegetables. It was all heavily protein based. It was crazy. But I need meat for energy. I need my meat for energy. The energy from meat is mostly from the adrenaline found in its tissues. This is only stimulated energy, not dynamic energy. The fear experienced at slaughter at the time of slaughter for the animals, pumps the medulla of the animal's adrenal glands, producing epinephrine, aka adrenaline. That is where you get your energy from when you eat your meat. Think about that. You're getting the adrenaline pumping and coursing through the animal's veins when it is lined up getting ready to go slaughter. You think they just do this thing gently? No, they don't. No, they don't. You don't think oh my God, I saw a video. I don't get too much into the animal. Um, I love animals. Don't get me wrong. I think we should treat animals as the beautiful living beings that they are. But there was a long time where I thought, well, the cow knows why it's coming. The cow has sacrificed its life for us so that we can have the meat. So that's how I kind of, smoothed over that bumpy emotion of, oh my God, these animals are suffering. But oh my God, these animals are suffering. I saw this video of animals lining up to go into slaughter, and they can hear the other animals ahead of them who were in distress, and we are vibrational beings just like the animals are. This video showed this video of a cow crying. Tears were pouring out of its eyes. I was like, oh my God, that is so sad. So we have to remember that these animals, which are living beings, creatures on this planet, um, you know, the, so you're right, Carrie Ann, we're eating that fear, we're eating that sorrow, we're eating that anxiety. This is what we are eating this is where we get our energy from the meat. We're getting it from that, we're getting it from that adrenaline that is pumping through that poor animal's body. Now, epinephrine is a neurotransmitter. stimulating energy through the nervous system into the tissues of the body. This is what mostly gives meat protein eaters a sense of energy. That's right. How after years of eating meat full of adrenaline, your adrenal glands become weak and lazy at producing their own neurotransmitters. Because remember, we talk about this all the time. What is the role? One of the many roles of the adrenal glands? And if you guys don't know, the adrenal glands sit right on top of our kidneys. So this is where our kidneys are, right here in this general area, right? And right on top of the kidneys are the adrenal glands, one on each kidney. And those adrenal glands produce neurotransmitters for our body. What are neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters are brain food, are the transmission fuel, as it were. Think of your car. How do you change the gears? You need transmission fluid in there. What happens if you don't have any transmission fluid? The gears can't change. What happens if you can't change the gears? The car won't work. The car won't go. You know what I mean? It'll be stuck in first gear or not going into gear at all. These neurotransmitters allow the neurons in the brain to transmit messages back and forth to each other. So if you have low neurotransmitters being produced by the adrenal glands, because you're pumping it full of neurotransmitters, what the body loves homeostasis, right? The body is an incredibly beautifully balanced machine. And if you are putting in a lot of a substance, neurotransmitters, for example, then your body and the organs and the glands, the tissues that are responsible for producing that substance says, hey man, we don't need to do anything here. She's got it under control. Stop all production of this thing that is coming in such a large quantity. And if you shut down your kidneys, your adrenal glands' ability to produce neurotransmitters, you're going to shut down your adrenals altogether. Your adrenal glands are the switch that turns on not just your whole entire endocrine system, because the endocrine glands that are located in the head, the pituitary gland and the pineal gland, also affecting the thyroid gland, they're not going to get the transmitting fuel that it needs in order to make everything function properly. Your adrenals go down, your pituitary goes down. Your pituitary goes down, then what's going to help you produce the right amount of thyroid stimulating hormone? Your thyroid stimulating hormone goes out of whack, everything else goes out. It's like a domino effect. Boom, 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 all the way down. All right, Terry, we'll see you soon, babe. Terry says, great class. We'll watch on the replay. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, babe. So these are really, really important things to remember. So from now on, I don't want you guys to look at that burger and go, oh, burger. I want to eat that burger. I want you guys to go, oh, burger. That's going to turn off my adrenal gland. That's going to shut down my neurotransmitters. That's going to further impact my pineal gland, right? My pituitary gland, my thyroid gland, my ovaries, my testicles, everything in, well, not mine. I don't have any, but you know what I mean, right? It's going to affect all of your endocrine gland system. So that is why Dr. Morris is so adamant that if you want to get your body back up and running, you've got to turn back on your adrenal glands. Now, having said that, Dr. Morris does recommend in extreme cases that we do use animal glandulars, because in his mind, and I can understand his thought on this, and I actually agree with it. If you're going to slaughter animals to eat them for food, then we will use the glandulars that are left behind in order to help turn back on these systems that the very eating of the meat is going to cause. So, there are things that we can do to turn our adrenal glands back on. Very important to do this. You can do it with food. You can do it with herbs. Some people need to do it as well with glandulars, such as the adrenal glandulars, in order to turn that gland back on. We're not putting in we're not giving our body what it should be producing. We are turning on the switch so that that gland can work. And remember as well, whatever tissue and organ is in closest proximity to that gland, in the case of the adrenal glands, the kidneys, the adrenals will turn on or off the functioning of that those kidneys. Yeah. So if your kidneys are down, usually your adrenal glands are down. If your adrenal glands are down, your kidneys are down. So if you want to turn on the kidneys, and why is that so important? Why is it so important to have our kidneys turned on? Yeah, because the kidneys are going to be the filter to remove the lymphatic waste out of the body so that we do not die of septic shock, like my mother did. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. You know, she didn't know. She didn't know. We didn't know. She didn't know. And that's what she died from. She died of septic shock. Yeah, she died of her in her own sewage, basically. Her adrenals had been turned off through all of the lifestyle choices and all of the delicious food that she was so proficient at making, but it killed her. It killed her in the end because it turned off her adrenal glands, it turned off her kidneys, and everything backed up from there. Everything backed up from there. So it's really important to take these things seriously and not just think of this whole thing as a temporary thing or as a fad thing. This is what kills us, you guys. This is what kills us. This is what kills us. Very, very serious. This begins to lower your blood pressure. So anybody out there suffering from low blood pressure? Yes, yes, you are. I know who you are. You've told me in private messages. This is what begins to lower your blood pressure. A systolic or top number less than 118 is low. As we begin to pass our adrenal weakness down genetically, I've inherited a lot of genetic weakness around this very issue. As we begin to pass our adrenal weakness down genetically, future generations may see MS, Parkinson's, Addison's disease, and other neurological weaknesses from lack of neurotransmitters. Very, very important. If anybody out here is watching and you're thinking of starting a family, oh my gosh, please work on getting your adrenals up because your babies need to be strong. They need to have strong, strong systems. Ah. When the adrenal glands become weak, we also begin to fail at producing adequate steroids, which are our anti-inflammatories, because meat is highly acid forming, which creates inflammation. And the adrenal glands are all responsible for steroid production, for mineral utilization, for hormone production. The adrenal glands go down, you guys, and I'm telling you, it starts that kaleidoscope of things shutting down in your body. The body will use cholesterol in place of steroids where this inflammation is present, which can become a very serious problem. Very serious problem, right? That's where we get cholesterol dumping. Cholesterol dumping. And you guys remember, I've shown you my eyes before, that pictures that I took in October, and I'll show you them again here. If you've got brown eyes and your eyes look like this, it is because you've got a lot of cholesterol dumping. A lot of cholesterol. You see that blue rim on the outside of my eyes? All of that is cholesterol plaquing in the body. We're going to be talking more about iridology as soon as I take the iridology course. I cannot wait to share that with you guys. And I see all of the beautiful comments. You guys are doing such a great job in the comments. Keep them coming. Anything that comes up for you, I'm going to be reading through all of the comments. I'm almost done the banners. Keep it coming. If any of this resonates with you, if any of it makes sense to you, if you at all have any questions or any comments to further the discussion, keep them coming in the comments. I can see them on the side here with my on my phone. So keep them coming. That was a loud knock. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah. I can. Let me see if my daughter can help you. I'm just in the middle of teaching a class online. Oh, no, don't apologize. I'm gonna wake her up and I'll have her drive over. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to hook it up? Yeah. It's okay if she's out. I'm just thinking that I hope I have jumper cables. Let me see. Oh, you got it. Okay, I'll send her over. All right, no problem, babe. Hold on. Okay. Oh my gosh, I so apologize for that, you guys. The neighbor 2 doors down, you probably heard all that. The neighbor 2 doors down needs a boost for her car. And I'm like, I'll go wake up my daughter. Guy's like, I don't want to get up. But she's getting up. She'll come. Okay, so where was I? So the body will use cholesterol in place of steroids where this inflammation is present, which can become a serious problem. In the presence of acidosis, lipids stick together and plaque themselves in and onto tissues. Really, really important. Energy from meat eating can also come from growth hormones fed to the animals for rapid growth. Oh my gosh. I remember I saw this documentary also that talked about, I try not to watch too much of the animal uh, craziness, this crazy things that they do to animals because it's too heartbreaking for me. I wouldn't say I'm an empath because I can also have a fair bit of distancing emotionally when I see stuff. I have that ability to compartmentalize, but I can't handle too much of the animal cruelty stuff. But they actually apparently feed animals powdered cement mixed in with their feed right before they take them to slaughter so that they can get a better price for the animal because it's all done by weight. I mean, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Energy should be dynamic or cellular, not created by stimulants. Absolutely. That's why we love our fresh, beautiful food. Dynamic energy comes from raw food eating, where alkalization, proper electrolytes, electricity, amino acids, proper synergistic compounds and complexes, vitamins, minerals, flavins, etc., are found. Meat is full of dead blood cells, which are full of iron, a mineral which, if consumed in abundance, can become toxic. Now, one of the most interesting things that I found was when my pre-op team wanted me to increase my red meat. Yeah, right before I was supposed to go in for surgery again to have my liver removed for the second time last spring. Uh, Berns, you're anemic. You need to have more protein. You need to have more, get more iron. I said, well, okay, well, how do you propose I do that? And this was a couple weeks after I started juicing. And she said, more red meat and organ meat. And I just was like, all right, that's when I knew that I needed to find a different way because that just didn't make sense to me. Come to find out now that it's not about a deficiency issue. When you're anemic, it's not about that you're deficient in iron, it's that you have an absorption issue with iron. And what did we see up top here? What are some of the organs that the body that deteriorates when you have too much protein? Your intestines. That's where you absorb your nutrients. So if you are destroying your intestines with too much protein, how are you supposed to absorb the extra iron that is in? It's just crazy. It's just ass backwards, if you ask me. It's totally ass backwards. When we eat stuff that has too much dead blood cells in it, you have an abundance of that iron mineral in your body. you're not able to absorb it, you're not able to excrete it, and you have this high toxicity in your body. Crazy. Meat eating with vitamin C supplementation enhances iron absorption, thereby magnifying iron toxicity. Ah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. That is what I wanted to share with you guys. So that is a reason. Those are the main reasons why I do not um, focus at all on having high amounts of animal protein in my system, because that is not where the magic lies. You want to have your protein in the most bioavailable format for your body to have, right? Because if you're going to be eating all this meat, and yes, I get it, it's delicious and it's all of that and all of that and all of that, but we have to really start looking at what is this delicious habit leading to in our body? What is this doing to our body? And does this match up? Like, does any of this make sense? Any big meat eaters out there in the past, and you're realizing how toxic it has been in your body? I know it was a big eye opener for me, for sure. Let's run through the questions and the comments in class. You guys did amazing, amazing interaction here. I hope that you got some value out of that. Kristen says, good morning. I love our summer rains. Yes, once a day it pours, cleans the air and cools things down. It's like it washes the planet. Love tropical weather. We've been looking to move to Costa Rica too, been preparing for a few months. Oh my gosh, Kristen, we will have to connect. Yeah, I loved a soy latte. It was the comfort, warmth, and it would change my mood in an instant. I would be totally depressed. Then one cup of coffee, I was on top of the world. Yep. RM says, wow, Kristen, that's incredible. My boyfriend was a huge coffee drinker. He went cold turkey, stopped, and it has been 1 year. Wow, good for him. Good for him. Consciousness says, I really don't understand why meat eaters are so obsessed with protein. I'll never understand it. Well, because it's hard to give up the things that we are addicted to, right? And when you can cook meat really well, let me tell you, we're just addicted to the sensory pleasure and taste of it. Been binge watching, says B, been binge watching past classes, trying to get recipes up to 2 a.m. last night, taking lots of notes. Awesome, awesome, girl. So glad to hear that. Carol says, on my way to work, I'll watch the replay. Have a wonderful day. All right, babe. Carrie says, I haven't been active in my real estate career since diagnosed in December with breast cancer. I went into the office yesterday to print some contracts, etc. I forgot everything. I didn't realize how cloudy my thinking has become since detoxing. I have a showing Saturday. Help. I'm not sure what to do to wake up my mind. Well, the first thing that I would recommend is to stop telling yourself that that your brain is asleep. That's one thing for sure. Write things down. Stop trying to remember and commit things to memory, right? Write things down. Get your jot notes out, write them down step by step. Have your little cheat sheet. And, there's nothing that I can give you right now in the short term to fix this for Saturday. What I can say is that sometimes as we're going through our detox, it is going to bring up and it's going to affect you in certain ways. And brain fog is one of the things that you might experience. But remember that when you do this cleaning out process, what you're doing is you're going for the end goal. What are some of the end results of cleaning out the body? Let's have a look at it. We talked about these in Detox 101. Let's see here. Thank you so much. 2 doors down that way. The next one over. Yeah.
The next one to the right. So
our house, the next one, and then the next one. 2 houses down.
Our house, the next one, that's the one.
That's the one. Not Kaya. It's 2 houses down. It's 2 houses down. So the next house, not that one. The second house down. 2 houses down.
Wait, you're saying the next house, not that one. The next house, not that
Give me 1 second.
one.
It's 2 houses down, so count 2 houses. And she's probably there with her hood up. Let me check. Hey, Daddy. Yeah, she's there. It's a white car. She's got the hood up. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. What was I going to be showing you? I was going to be showing you what the end results of detox is going to have in your body. Where do I end results? So if you look at the end results here, when you're doing your detox, and sometimes it takes a little while, it's not instantaneous, but these are some of the things that you can experience, right? And these are from Detox 101, by the way, if you guys want to go check out that class. Super awesome class, linked in the description of this video under the masterclass playlist. Clarity in thinking and improved memory. Look, right down here, right down here. So while I can't give you anything right in this red hot minute to improve your brain, right, for Saturday, what I can tell you is this is what we're doing. We're cleaning these things out of our body so that we can have an increase in memory, an increase in clarity in thinking. All of these things, all of these beautiful end results, right? Hello, Dottie. Yes. Come on up. Come on. There you go. Now she's going to make a little noise before we get going. So, Carrie, what you can do to wake up your mind, you just got to write down your stuff, right? Got to just write down your stuff. Write down your stuff. Aw, thank you so much, RM. Berns, Kaya is amazing. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Sheila says, Berns, you're awesome neighbors. Hey, man, if someone's gonna knock on my door and ask for help, I'm gonna try to help them. You know what I'm saying? And if Kaya wasn't here, I would have said, hey guys, I'll be back. Here's a mind movie. Let me play my mind movie for you. Carry on. I would have gone and helped her, but Kaya was here, so she didn't mind. Well, she did mind waking up, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to put yourself in a uncomfortable situation sometimes, right? She wanted to stay in her bed and be nice and comfy, but it's like, oh my God, somebody needs me. I'll get myself out of bed. Yes, indeed. RM says, my middle child wanted cheese yesterday. I told her in front of my husband that we are not going to buy cheese anymore because it's not healthy, that instead we will get more fruit. Yeah, she loves fruit. She didn't complain at all. And my husband agreed completely. Huge win. I'm telling you, man, just because our kids want something or don't want something doesn't mean that we have to complain. Who is the tail wagging the dog here, or is the dog wagging the tail? Right? That's what a lot of us have to kind of remember. Who's in charge? Who's in charge of bringing the food into the house? You are. You're the grown up. You're the parent. You decide or not. That's up to you. But you know what I'm saying? Lisa, did I smoke before the life change? Before menopause? Oh, yeah. I've smoked before, during, and after menopause. Yes, I did. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is, a really good addiction to break. If you can break that, and I did. I broke it. It was not easy. I tell this story. I tell this story about how when I started my detox journey last June, I had recently quit smoking in last March. Started juicing in June, and within 2 weeks, I was back smoking again. And I had to have a little sit down with myself, Lisa. I had to sit down with myself one day, and I just said to myself, Berns, come on, man. Why would you start this bad habit again? What is going on? And I didn't berate myself, and I didn't beat myself up about it. I just wanted to have a gentle yet firm discussion, sit down with myself and say, why are you doing this? Why is it that when you finally find something that is truly going to help you on your healing journey, why would you put back in something that is so destructive to your body? And I heard this voice in my head, and it was my voice, and it said, you just need to love yourself a little bit more. And I was shocked. I was like, oh, wow, let me listen to that for a minute. I'm not loving myself all the way. I'm not loving myself all the way there. That's what this is about. So I said to myself, okay, all right, as I was smoking a cigarette, I said, okay, I get it. I understand. I don't love myself enough. That's why I'm doing this destructive behavior. And I heard myself say, yep, that's it. That's it. It's not because of an addiction as much as it was because I couldn't love myself all the way there to follow through on continuing to clean up everything that I truly could clean up in my life. And all I said to myself was, you know what? I intend to love myself a little bit more. I intend to love myself all the way there, all the way there. And I don't know when that's going to truly happen in order to give up this tendency to always do something. Just I always have to hold on to one bad habit. I got to hold on to one bad habit, it seems. And it's always this kind of habit. And I said, all right, I can love myself all the way there. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm just going to set that intention that I'm going to love myself all the way there. And that was my last cigarette. It wasn't hard. I didn't have very many cravings. It can be hard at times for people, but no, my life change or menopause issues are deeply rooted in a very weak thyroid system and a very weak lymphatic system from my mom. Like it just is. That's what it is. So I had to get to work on really starting to heal my lymphatic system, to clean out my lymphatic system, and to heal my endocrine system, of which the thyroid is a big part of that. Hence the warm flashes still. But I want to let you guys know that 2 weeks in on this journey as well, I decided that I was going to stop taking my thyroid bioidentical hormones for my menopause. I stopped it cold turkey and have never looked back. I've been having hot flashes for 15 years. 15 years. And at one point, my hot flashes were so intense that I could time them. I did. I timed them. They were coming every 30 minutes. And I would be completely drenched, like completely sweated out, as if I had just stepped out of a sauna. So the healing continues. I highly recommend trying to quit smoking if that is something that you are working through. And by the way, Lisa, you're brand new in this class. Are you not? Or did you change your profile picture? I think you're a brand new student here. So welcome, welcome, welcome to class, babe. If you are brand new, welcome to class. Good morning, Anne-Marie. I hope that you are well. I hope that you're taking your pictures today, hopefully. Let me know in the comments if you are. Anne-Marie is one of my one-on-one coaching clients and a beautiful student in the class. And oh my goodness, so proud of this beautiful woman. Good morning, niece. How are you doing? Right? How does our poop smell? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Carrie Ann. So glad to see you this morning. How are you doing? Carrie Ann says, good morning, beautiful. Glad to see you and listening to you this morning. So glad that you are here. Hope you're getting good value from this. Hey, Sam. I love you, Berns. Oh, thank you, Sam. I love you too, sweetie. You're so real and know your stuff. I'm on my journey with this wonderful group. Listen later to the replay. Awesome, babe. I'm so glad that you are here. Oh my gosh, and look at your picture. You're so cute. Oh, Sam, I love you. Hard to admit, but me too, hun. Yeah. We've been well indoctrinated into all of that meat eating stuff, right? Good morning, Ravika. Oh my gosh, Ravika is here. Good morning. You're looking so good, Berns. You must have lost a lot of weight. Beautiful. I am at my leanest weight that I have been since I was a teenager, except this time around, I'm actually healthy. So yeah, I feel great. I feel amazing. The journey continues. The work continues. I have about 8 more pounds of inflammation that I would like to release from my body. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yes, you're eating the animal's fear. Absolutely. Absolutely. So sad. Oh, thank you so much, Miros. Thank you, Berns, for always giving us truth. We love you. You're so welcome. All of this truth, as I mentioned, thank you, Dr. Robert Morse, who has helped us learn so much. This is just the Bible. All of these notes that I prepare the classes from all come from his book. I give him full credit. He is brilliant and is here to help all of us with our healing. You can't go wrong. Yeah, thanks, Terry. Great class. We'll catch on the replay. I need to find a hypnosis for cooking meat to smell badly. Even though I know what I know about animal slaughtering, I'm embarrassed to say it still smells good. Don't be embarrassed to say that. It does smell good. There's nothing like caramelized meat. There's nothing like, I mean, Sheila, think about it. How many decades have you been conditioned to eat beautifully smelling meat, right? I don't know. There's got to be some stuff that you can do to work on just letting it go, man. Let it go. You don't have to feel bad about enjoying the smell of meat. Man, the smell of a barbecue. Oof. But what you can do is you can replace those same smells and those same tastes and those same textures with different things. Yeah, you can do that. There's ways to do that. There's ways to do that. The zero energy in meat is a total game changer, says RM. I am fascinated by this. Mind blowing. Makes total sense. It really does. You know, when I did a juice fast 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, my first ever juice fast, it was right before I was going to see Dr. Joe Dispenza in Cancun for his retreat. And my girlfriend Candy, hey Candy, if you're watching, my girlfriend Candy said, you should do a juice fast because you'll have better connection with the divine, and the consciousness and your awareness will be so much improved. Your spiritual senses will be improved. She is more clairaudient, more clairvoyant on a juice cleanse. And I was like, oh, okay, I want to do that. I want all those things. But when I broke that fast, I did it for 21 days. I broke that fast on meat. And immediately I felt it in my body. I ate the meat meal and immediately can feel my body powering down, powering down. And I was aware of it. And I still kept eating meat because I didn't really understand all the stuff that I understand now, like what we did in our class today. So it's all about being aware of how the food that you eat, being aware in your body. How does it make your body feel? And then being aware of the actual true simplicity of the science behind it from classes like this taken from Dr. Morse's book. Your mind can really expand to a different level of awareness of what you're doing. And when you are more aware, you're more likely to make the better choice. Hey, man, if you're going to go and eat a burger, if you're going to go and eat something, at least do it from a point of awareness. You know what I mean? But don't beat yourself up about it. Don't beat yourself up about it if you slip and fall on a burger now and then. Just stay focused on what you're doing and stay clear about why you're doing it, right? Stay in tune and stay in touch with the material. This has been so impactful for me. I listen to Dr. Morse every single day. I try to do some form of studying every single day. I try to stay mindful and stay aware of what I'm doing every single day so that I don't slip into that unconscious state where I was before, where eating meat unconsciously, unaware on a conscious level, asleep at the wheel. Yeah. Thank you. Wow, you look so good. Oh my gosh, thank you, Monique. Thank you, and you're welcome. I feel amazing. I feel truly like I am. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. I don't think I've ever felt this good. So I appreciate that you say that. Thank you so much. Thank you for seeing me. RM says, must be why I do not crave meat at all in the 9 months that I've been back on vegan now. I never understood why I don't crave meat. I just figured it was not my kind of food. It's not any of our kind of food. It's not food. It's not food. It's not food. Not fuel, not food that the creator intended for us to eat. It's just not. Right, RM? Energy deficit makes total sense. Look at the lethargy after all those big traditional meals. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Sheila, yes, it smells good. That's okay. Use some liquid smoke in some recipes. Yeah, and you can find some better quality liquid smoke. It's all about how you season your food. It is all about how you season your food. When I start back, when I'm off of this portion of my stuff, I want to do some beautiful marinated mushrooms. Yeah, do a nice raw vegan marinated mushroom kind of dish to kind of replace some of that texture and some of that flavor that we miss when it comes to meat. And you can also cook that. You know, if you want to have 10 to 20% cooked food, That's what I would do. Get a beautiful mushroom. You can put that on the grill. It'll taste just like barbecued meat. I'm telling you, it's all about the flavoring. I just enjoy the smell and eat my vegan food. Same here. Same here, RM. It is serious. My mom has colon cancer, constipation all her life, woke me up big time. Yeah, man, I was heading right down that same path. Well, I ended up creating gastrointestinal stromal tumor. That's my cancer diagnosis. And loved meat, ate meat 3 times a day my entire life. No wonder was constipated as a child every single day. Crazy. It's only a big deal if you think you're not supposed to like the smell. Exactly. You can like the smell of something, right? You can like the smell of something that's not necessarily good for you. That's all right. It's totally fine and normal to like the smell. Just be aware, validate that it is okay, and move on. Yeah, we cannot beat ourselves up. You guys, newsflash. Stop beating yourselves up for stuff. Stop feeling like you're lesser of a person. You know what I mean? Just because you like the smell of meat doesn't mean you're a bad person, right? It's okay. It smells delicious, but we can get other food that is alkaline and that is not meat to smell and taste similarly. It's a smell and taste that you want.
So sorry.
Thank you so much, Kaya.
I couldn't help it.
You couldn't?
No.
Why not?
She wouldn't work. Her battery wouldn't start. She already asked, like, it happened a couple of days ago when she asked some other neighbor. It worked, but now this time it's not.
Did you guys make sure you put it on the right things?
Yeah,
She knew what she was
shit.
doing.
She knew what she was doing.
She knew her shit.
I
Okay.
just, I just didn't. I don't know.
Oh.
Basically, what was I gonna say?
That's too bad.
I've been meaning to meet that girl for a long time, and she went to my school. She's like, "Can I get you a beer?"
Oh, she gave you a
She
beer.
felt so bad. I'm like, oh.
Well, that was nice of you to accept it, but
Yeah, well, because she kept offering.
Oh.
I feel so bad. I gave this other guy cookies. Like,
oh, she was a sweetheart.
I don't drink it though. I'll take it.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'll go out and maybe see her after class and see if there's anything. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing I can do.
I don't think
Yeah.
I asked her if I can give her a ride to school, but she was like,
Oh, okay. That was sweet of you. All right. Thank you for trying to help.
yeah.
By the way, RM said Berns, Kaya is amazing. The kids in class love you, Kaya. I was telling them because, With that said, we can heal on the fruit to clean up and sweep away the debris. Absolutely. That is what it's all about. We can totally reverse the damage that we've done to our bodies on this high protein diet. Absolutely. I've done it. I've done it. Consistency is everything with this. Consistency is everything. Sorry to write again. By the way, RM, do not ever apologize. Please do not ever apologize for writing, for asking questions, for anything. Don't do that. Not here. I don't think the brain knows the smell is meat. I think the brain just smells flavor and aromatics.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, because meat doesn't smell like that.
Meat doesn't smell like that.
I've smelled raw meat in the kitchen. It smells like raw meat.
It smells gross. It's
smells like
nasty. Yeah. You mean in the kitchen where you're working at the resort? Yeah. Automatic thought being that smells good. Yeah, absolutely. Here's Kaya.
I was saying the same. Oh, you. I was saying the same thing when I was at work. I was smelling these meats and like
Kaya works at a very
Yeah.
high-end
restaurant.
resort, and she works in the kitchen at this high-end resort. And yeah,
So
go ahead.
I just smell all the things, right? Like I just constantly am smelling melted butter. and whatnot. But when I smell like when they're cooking meat, it's crazy because I see like sometimes I prepare the meat that they cook. So I'm smelling it before like the raw meat, I'm seeing it too. And then I'm seeing and smelling the seasoning. And then I'm seeing the final product. I'm like, no crap, it tastes so good and looks so good and smells so good.
And of course, when you wrap it in bacon.
Yeah, and put all of this, a bunch of butter and a bunch of seasons and a bunch of just
bacon,
caramelized things, and just everything. It's like, shit, I took a bite and it tasted amazing because it's like that's what they do. They're like this,
Yeah.
but it's not. I find that I'm more excited to come home or come like to get on my break to eat the food that we made, like our pasta, like the chickpea pasta we had yesterday.
That was really good.
It was really good, and I had it for work, and I was like, I was waiting for this. I don't care about everything else that smells like butter and this and that. Like, I've stopped getting those cravings. Like, I've stopped, like, my mouth has stopped watering at work finally, because one, I got used to it, but second, like, I realized, like,
I was walking through the mall yesterday, through the food courts. Oh my gosh, the smell of fries. I was like, how do people work in the mall where they're surrounded by all of this? I was like, man, seriously, I was like, this is why I don't go to the mall. So I don't smell the buttered popcorn from the movie theater and the fries from New York Fries and the food and the sugar is like, oh my gosh. Thank you, Kaya. Great reflections. I appreciate that. Everybody, let's hear it for Kaya. Yeah. 18 years old, absolutely my hero. My hero. Yeah, so it's the brain that is thinking, oh my God, I want those smells. I want those spices. I want those textures. I want those. All right. So how do you get all of that deliciousness in your food? You come up with beautiful, creative food to make. And I have done, oh my gosh, almost 400 live videos, a lot of them in the kitchen. So if you want to see some really beautiful recipes, and if you guys are excited about new recipes that I have coming for you when I'm done this juice cleanse, wait until then, because oh my gosh, I've got great, easy 30-minute meals that you can whip up in 30 minutes. That's right, my friends, to completely change the game for you and your family. 18 years old. And let me tell you what, I didn't ask her to come and say that. I didn't know she was going to come and say that. Just brilliant, just brilliant. So if an 18-year-old, typically specific eater, like likes what she likes, and you got to figure out how to get the right recipes for your family. I am telling you, you can change your family. And the fact that my kids are starting to really take this on as a lifestyle means the world to me. You know why? Because I know what my structural weaknesses are from what my mom passed down to me and from what I've done to my body before I conceived them and what I have passed on to them. So the fact that they can change and transform their health before they decide that they want to have kids and then change our family's genetic code forever because their babies are going to be healthy and happy, to me that has made this everything so worth it.
Two things. I was asking the universe to show me peaches yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
Peach.
Just peachy. There you go.
And also.
Yes.
May I?
Yes.
I do that. I had this thing. That's so funny. I want to live like a really good long life, right? I have a lot of things I want to do, and even though I don't like understand how to get there completely, I know that I have to be healthy so that I can be there for those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just like, I don't know, I want to live to 100, and I want.
Well, we're moving to the blue zone in Costa Rica, where the average age of people is over 100 years old because of their lifestyle, the type of food that they eat, this detachment from the crazy frenetic life that is out there with a lot of people. So I'm going to live at least till 110. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I know that for sure now.
I just want that. Like, I don't want to. I think my big fear that I was talking to you about was just like probably just being really, really sick and not being able to do anything and just passing away. Like, honestly.
I think that's a lot of fear for, excuse me, for a lot of people.
And I know that if I, there's certain things that I can do to make sure that that I live longer. Yeah. Which, I can see that it's starting with like the coatings on all of my cells. Yeah. And my stomach and my every single organ that I have, It's amazing. It's really important. And I don't.
And Kaya how much weight have you lost on just eating clean? Because you weren't overweight before, but now you're at a really uninflamed weight.
Yeah. when I got back from France in 2019, I was about like 145, which was like 10 pounds above what I was 10 or 15 before France.
So you left for France 2 years ago, you were at 135 and you came back at 145.
I might have been 130 actually.
Okay.
Like I was fluctuating.
Mm.
And then I came back from
And
France.
as you can see, we're both vertically challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But France is a whole different thing with dietary things and eating times. It's craziness. You just basically don't eat for like 6 hours and then eat an entire meal and then stuff your face. Anyways,
for an entire, and their meals last 2 hours,
like an hour. Like you're eating
for like an hour.
For an hour or 2 hours, yeah, it's crazy. And then I would go into my room and eat an apple. I would just eat more and more and more and more and more because it's just like I'm starving. I know y'all aren't gonna feed me for 6 hours, so give me as much food as I can. But what was the point to that? Oh yeah,
I just wanted to ask about your transformation with your weight, and what the weight really is. We have to remember is the level of inflammation in the body, right?
Now I'm 105.
Yeah.
So.
And we are short people. Like I am 5 feet and 1/2 inch, so you can't be that much taller. She's a little bit taller than me.
I'm 5'2" ish, like something like that. But yeah, I was just even touching my face. Like a lot of people see it in my face how much more like just angular, because I can just feel that even in my face. There's no puffiness.
Yeah, there's no puffiness.
I can feel my jaw. I can feel my muscles. I can feel like all this stuff.
I feel the same way.
It's all the same. Like none of that's there anymore, right?
Sheila says, "Thank you, Kaya. You're brilliant to have this knowledge at your age. It's amazing. I know.
I'm really lucky.
I know. Yeah. What a beautiful gift your daughter is. Truly.
Thank you so much. That's
yeah.
So nice.
Bless your daughter. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Well done, Kaya. She is so right. So proud of you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
But
Carrie Ann
so
is
important.
waving.
Like this stuff is so important, and I'm not gonna be one to like, it's health. Like it just makes sense. Putting things into your body that are from nature, from the earth. You know what I mean? I feel like
things that are living, like
things
living,
things that are real, things that I feel like for so long in this society we're functioning in an illusion. Basically, everything we see. You look back at like the Egyptians; they were so spiritually adept and so lively because there wasn't a societal, construction and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They just basically lived.
Yeah.
And
they were much more in tune with the spiritual side of life.
Yeah. Because they were in tune with their bodies, because they were, you know what I mean? There wasn't anything.
Because they were eating divine food.
They were eating divine food. There was nothing that was like they were eating what's the creator created. You know what I mean? Not what, I mean.
Yeah.
I know we are the creation as well, but nothing artificial. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a big thing. You know what I mean? Wow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
My brain's mush.
No, your brain is awesome. Dee says, "Nice to meet your daughter. She's beautiful. She truly is, isn't she?" Rosie says, "Oh, Kaya is so mature and beautiful."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a point to that, and then I didn't make it.
You were talking about not being afraid of having a disease or.
Yeah, basically, if I just know I'm putting like divine food into my body, I know that I'm gonna be okay. Just the same as if I'm putting divine thoughts into my head, that my thoughts will change. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like
it's amazing. It's all you're good. Real knowledge. Your daughter said about the Egyptians. Absolutely.
Thank you.
She's brilliant. She is brilliant. She is brilliant. By the way,
I saw that video.
I was just gonna say
I never get notifications. I forgot to turn off my Gmail app notifications on my phone because I turned it on for a split second. I saw that video. I was like, so good.
I wish you would have done that over here. I'm just laughing because I shared a memory of a video that I did 9 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. She was 9 or 10, so it was 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know, I can't remember. I posted it on my Facebook wall yesterday of her dancing, and she had the moves. Oh my God, that was so cute. I said, oh my God, Kaya is going to kill me when she sees that I posted this video, but apparently not. It was so cute, so cute.
It just reminds me, like, I'm really good at those type of games. like I went on VR at Gus's house.
Yeah.
And did like just moving games.
Yeah.
I don't know. My reflexes are good.
Yeah, you're really good. You're really good. Okay, let me just see what the let's see here. There we go. Thank you, RM, and thank you, Berns, for taking this time to teach these amazing classes. You're so welcome. I love teaching these classes for you guys. I love it because number one, I'm a teacher. I'm a natural born educator as well as a qualified, certified Ontario, Canada teacher. But I love that you guys are learning how to transform your bodies. You are learning how to change the trajectory of your lives, and you're doing it one step at a time. Listen, Kaya was not on board with this raw eating and focus on her food when I started doing this. The best way that you can have an impact on your family, especially your kids, is to become the living example of this truth. Don't preach to them. Don't force it down their throat, even though it's tempting sometimes, because every now and then I'll say something too, and she'll just say, "Stop talking to me." And I'll be like, "Okay, got it. I'm done. I'm done." And I don't take it the wrong way. It's because I don't always need to be pushing my agenda down her throat. So be gentle, be gradual. Don't feel like you need to change everybody who's around you to be doing what you're doing. Stay focused. Your job is to heal yourself. It is to heal yourself.
Talk about it. When you're down here and like talking to people and talking to your live, that's where I got my information from.
Oh, cool.
Like, that's where I learned
so
from.
listening indirectly listening to the information. So she's saying that talk about it, share what you're doing, let your kids overhear you on the phone, chatting with your other friends who are doing this. Exactly. Make your connections with other people in the group. Message if you resonate with Sheila, freaking message Sheila on Facebook Messenger. Find a way to get in touch with these other people in your environment. Talk to them on the phone. Let your family overhear you living this, loving this, believing this, sharing about it, because Kaya literally just said it's because she's been hearing the classes on a daily basis over and over and over.
And how many people are there? And
yeah.
You're just talking about things that make fucking sense.
Yeah, it does.
Common sense.
Common sense. Common sense.
Everything you're saying, I'm like,
I know. It's Dr. Morse, man. Everything I say is from this beautiful man, Dr. Robert Morse, who wrote this incredible book, who is here to help us out of our pain and suffering. And when you immerse yourself in the work, and that's why I always say, when you immerse yourself in the work and you start implementing these things and you start immersing yourself in the work, listening to the classes. And a lot of you have told me this, right? You've told me this in class and privately that, oh yeah, my husband, he hears it in the background and he's like, your kids, some of you have your kids in here with you as well, listening. Put it on TV, put it on your phone. Don't be thinking, oh, I can't listen to that because, around my kids, because sometimes Berns drops the F-bomb. Well, listen, I'm sorry. I try to not do that too much anymore, but it comes out sometimes. Immerse your family in what you're doing by you immersing yourself in what you're doing, and they will hear it on the side, and they'll start to slowly start resonating with it and start doing it. That and making the food readily available to your family in beautiful ways so that they're going to be just like loving what you're making. Good morning, Charlotte. How are you? So glad to see you here, babe. So sad about this powdered cement info we need. Thank you, Berns. I know. It's crazy what they do to our food. They don't care. They don't care. Follow the money, honey. Follow the money. Who benefits from you eating excessive amounts of protein, damaging your kidneys, your pancreas, your intestines, your entire system? Who benefits from that? Who benefits from that? The pharmaceutical industry, which is probably why I'm shadow banned on Facebook, because I talk about this stuff. It's the truth. It was eye-opening to find out how much energy the body really spends on the digestion process. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. I totally knew you would go and help. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody comes and knocks on our door. Absolutely, I'm going to help. Thank you. I thought about coffee, then thought, heck no, no, I'm not doing that to my body. Yep, don't do that to your body. If you want energy, if you want that energetic boost, fill yourself up on living, dynamic, cellular life force. Fruits, melons, and berries, baby. Oh my God, so true. Hanging on to the one bad habit. A lot of us do it, whether it is the bad habit of talking to ourselves inappropriately or the bad habit of eating food that is not what you want to be eating, or the bad habit of doing smoking or doing drugs or drinking alcohol or whatever that is for you. We always, when you can really break it down, it's like, why do I always hang on to just this one thing? It's like I need this one thing so that I don't completely execute the plan. What holds me back from executing this plan of ultimate health and vitality, of tapping into my inner world of health and vitality? Why am I holding myself back? And if you just get really quiet with yourself in those questions, Cynthia, what will bubble to the surface is your inner being's voice. But you can't hear your inner being when you got all the monkey mind chatter going on. I'm a piece of crap. Ooh, I smell that meat and therefore and it smelled good, so I'm a bad person. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad. Like, you cannot hear your inner voice when you have that monkey mind noise going on, that monkey that is shitting in its hand and slinging it at you. That's what the monkey mind does, right? Like those howler monkeys in Costa Rica, they will sling shit at you if antagonized, right? They will. That monkey mind is crazy. It's crazy. And if you stop for a minute and you just breathe through that and just be the elegant observer of the monkey mind and the elegant observer of your life, what you will find is that it boils down to a lack of feeling worthy enough. You don't feel like you deserve true health and vitality because you feel crappy about yourself, because you don't love yourself all the way there. So that is the biggest thing that I want you guys to focus on as you're working through the cravings, as you're working through the struggles of being on your detox, as you're working through just this whole process of relearning how to be healthy and vibrant, truly healthy and vibrant from the inside out. I want you guys to remember that this is a journey of self-love. How much do you love yourself? How much do you want to love yourselves? What is the distance between how much you love yourself and how much you want to love yourself? That is the journey that we're on. And we're using our health and our vitality and the food and the nutrition and the fuel and the energy we put into our body as a way to love ourselves properly every single day. You know, that's what it's really about. So this is a journey of self-love. It's a journey of self-love. I often say, when people ask me what I do, I often say, oh, me, I'm a spiritual midwife. I help people birth a new loving version of themselves, their future self. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a spiritual midwife. I'm just helping you rebirth yourself here. Yeah, so giving things up one habit at a time is that way that we come into loving ourselves a little bit more, you know? Joyce says, quit smoking 6 years ago. Yeah, yeah, good for you, babe. Good for you. Oh, wow. How long were you on your thyroid meds prior to stopping them? Well, it wasn't, technically speaking, thyroid medication, although I think it is. It was estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And those are not usually thought of as thyroid medication. So it wasn't specifically thyroid meds, but it does affect everything in your thyroid, right? I was on hormone replacement therapy for 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. And it did not stop my hot flashes. Well, that's not true. It did stop my hot flashes, but that's because I was artificially giving my body the hormones that it needed to produce a level playing field with my hormones. So I was on those for 15 years, and I stopped them cold turkey. And I didn't do it with any doctor assistance. I just said if it becomes too unbearable being off of them, I can always go back on, but I'm going to come off of them. Yeah. Good morning, Dawn. How are you? I hope you are doing well, babe. Yes, Anne Marie says we'll take them shortly. I will post something to the group page after. Awesome. Awesome. Hello there, Hildy. So good to see you here. Welcome to class, my darling. We have a new student. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hildy says, hi, love to learn about the healthy lifestyle from you. I'm so glad that you are here. I hope that you're finding great value from this. And if you guys are finding great value with this, please do all the things. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop a comment as well after the video in the comment section, not in the live chat room section. That would really help. That would be cool. And make sure to share this if you have anybody or any, if you have anybody that you think that this will be beneficial for and that would help, please definitely share this with them. Sharing is caring, right? I'm going to ask an embarrassing question. No question here is embarrassing for me. Let me just let you know that, okay? My bowel movement in the mornings is always very soft. Is that all right? I think healthy poo is solid poo. Well, healthy poo is not solid poo. Solid poo is poop that has been dehydrated. You've had more of the liquid pulled back out of your bowels and back into your system, meaning the toxicity from those bowel movements when your poo is solid is also being pulled back into your system, which is not what you want. It is very normal, especially when you're doing a juice detox, that your bowel movements are going to be much softer. And sometimes we freak out about that because we're not used to that because we're normally very constipated, right? So yeah, solid bowel movements are fine. I mean, when you do this juice cleanse long enough and you start back eating, chewing food on your beautiful periods in between your juices, just to let you know in case you guys are new and you don't know what I'm talking about, on a juice detox, on a healing detox protocol lifestyle, my meals usually look like, let me show you from Detox 102. This is what my day usually looks like. If I'm eating a lot of food that day, this is what it looks like. Usually I don't have breakfast in chewing. I don't have lunch as a chewing meal. I usually just have dinner as a chewing meal. But if I do, I'm having these beautiful raw meals with a lot of with a lot of juice in between. Or maybe it looks like this. This is how we eat here at our house. When I eat like this, I usually have about 4 to 5 bowel movements. My bowel movements are not as liquidy or not as soft or not as softly formed as when I am on a juice protocol like I am now. But interestingly enough, even now on a 100% juice protocol, I still am having solid bowel movements. It's absolutely crazy. It's a lot of stuff that is stuck deep inside of my intestines. So it's very normal for your bowel movements to be very soft. Yes, Ravika, that is very normal. Very, very normal. We're washing out a lot of the stuck debris that is in our system. All right. Solid poop, hard poop, that means your poop is dehydrated. That means all of that liquid is being sucked back up into your body. So solid poop is actually not that healthy for you. I was just thinking about seasoned mushrooms, that it has texture. Yeah, it's got great texture. Yes, Dawn says you're actually smelling herbs and spices. A mushroom smells amazing with the same herbs and spices. Yes, indeed. I can't stand the smell of meat, says Carrie. My husband and son eat a lot of it. I go to my bedroom and put on my essential oil diffuser. Yeah, yeah. Hello, ASP. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Let me ring some bells for you, darling. Welcome to class. You're new in class. Everybody, a big, juicy welcome to all of our new students. Hello, everyone. I have a question about the hair. I am losing a lot of it. I'm 1 month high fruit raw. I can see my skin. Is it possible to lose all the hair? Babe, it is possible to lose all the hair. And it is also possible to regain all of the hair and then some. there's a really good website that I want you to check out, and it is called Grape Gate. Let me see if I have it here. I don't think I have it as a banner. So let me make something up here. Let me make a new ticker up for you guys. Create banner. Grapegate.com. Hold on. How do you spell testimonies? Testimonis. Powerful Dr. Morris. Testimonies. Scroll across bottom. Okay, so if you go to grapegate.com, it's a testimony website. It's a website where people have posted their pictures and their experiences of healing using Dr. Morris's protocol. First of all, we need to understand what the hair loss is. And the hair loss is acids in the hair follicles that are killing off the hair growth. That is from high acidosis in the hair follicles. Very concerning when it happens at the cerebral level, within your head, because that is an indication of the built up acids in that area. Yeah. So when you have a buildup of acids, you have a killing off of tissues and cells. The good news is that you can regenerate it. There are actually some really powerful pictures of people who've regrown their hair. And it's like one woman was like, she had okay hair before, but her after picture, she had like a lion's mane of the same hair. It was crazy. It does take a while to heal that in your body. And it can be very, excuse me, it can be very disconcerting and concerning for especially women who lose their hair. So it can come back, it can regenerate. When we start doing this detox, we start seeing things like hair loss. But remember, this is the body's natural process of healing from these things. So go and check out grapegate.com and see the powerful testimonies there on all subjects: weight loss, um, hair regrowth, all kinds of diseases in the body being healed on this protocol. And read the stories, because this takes a while to get down and to heal. So yeah, I feel for you, babe. I feel for you 100%. Niece had the same thing. Her hair was falling out in clumps. And I said to her, hey man, I get it. It sucks. She went and she buzzed it almost all off. She looks gorgeous with her hair like that. You can do certain things like wigs if you're into, if it's really bothering you a lot. You know what I mean? I've actually done a lot before I did this whole detox specialist thing back in the day, like 10 years ago. I used to do a lot of hair and wig videos. Yeah, I did a lot of wig videos. So go and check out my playlists from back in the day of wigs. You can get really good quality wigs to sort of get you over that little bit of a hump. It might take a couple years for your hair to grow back. I don't know, but there are different things that you can do. You're so welcome, niece. You look like amazing with your, oh, I love your head. I just want to rub your head. I actually ended up shaving my head, not necessarily because I was losing my hair, although my hair was chronically thin. I was getting my mother's hairline where it was just very thin, could see the scalp. I ended up just shaving it because I didn't want to go back to the barber every 4 days to get him to do it. So I just started doing it myself. But yeah, it's disconcerting for sure, Asp. I hope that you stick here. I hope that you continue to learn as much as you can and rejuvenate yourself and keep going. Do not be afraid of some of the changes that you're going to experience as you heal your body with this. All right. Thank you. Better go to bed. It's pretty late here. Have a beautiful day. Awesome, Ravika. I hope that helped in some way. I really do. Let me see. Where else where was I on the comments? Let me see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Tell Kaya I said hello. I will tell her. I will tell her. Thank you, consciousness. Detachment from the sad life, the standard American diet. Yep, we need that kind of detachment for sure. Oh, thank you for the love for Kaya, Sheila. You're awesome. All right. Yes, Crystal. Hello. Good morning. Can't believe I'm catching you live. I've missed the live. How's everyone doing? Everyone is doing great. How are you doing, darling? How is life with you? Are you guys still in San Diego? Oh my goodness, living the beautiful life down there. Hi, everybody, says Elaine. Hi, Elaine. We're almost at the end of our comments for today. This has been an incredible class. Good morning. The amount of itching I have at night is unbearable. Okay, Bettina, do I take THC CBD? Absolutely, you can. If you have a lot of itching in your skin, I have a couple questions for you. Are you doing rebounding? Are your kidneys open? Because if your kidneys are not open and you're doing some rebounding or any type of vigorous activity that's going to get your lymphatic system moving, then it could be that your toxins are trying to come through the skin a little bit. It's causing this physical reaction on the skin. You got to get your kidneys opened up and filtering. Very, very important. You can take THC and CBD. Absolutely. Also, are you taking any herbal supplements? Not supplements, backspace, delete. Are you taking any herbal support? Because certain herbs are going to start stirring up some of these things in your body, and that may result in a bit of tingling or itching at night. But that is definitely a sign that your kidneys are not opened up enough, and you want to get those kidneys opened up. So I would recommend whatever you can do to get those kidneys going. High fruit diet for sure. Kidney formulas for sure, Heal All Tea. But again, you want to be careful. Some people are a little bit too gung ho, right? I remember back when we started doing this, Detox Your Being, one of our young friends said that he drank like 2 liters of Heal All Tea. As soon as it got here, he was so excited about it. He said his scalp was on fire. It was incredible because it's stirring up so much. So you're waiting on your Dr. Morse herbs, I see. I would say just keep going with the fruits and to get those kidneys opened up. That's what the tingling is. That's what it is for sure. Should we eat mushrooms? You could eat mushrooms. Should you? There's no shoulds, really. But could you? Yeah. Now excuse me. My own detox going down. You can eat mushrooms. Dr. Morse isn't a huge fan of mushrooms because of how they're grown. They're anaerobically grown. But I eat mushrooms all the time. I think try it if you like it, if it works in your body. I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. Me too. I'm totally at the end of my rope. No help to be found. Well, that's not true anymore. Your help is right here. What you talking about, Willis? There's no help to be found in a lot of areas because the medical community and a lot of people who are into curing something, or it's a lot of it is it's faulty. It's a lot based on supplementation and treating the symptom. Your help is right here. What are you talking about? Me too. You're not at the end of your rope. You're not at the end of your rope. You're on a healing journey back to yourself. The end of the rope, that was before you met me and before you met this Dr. Morse protocol, right? There is help to be found. It's right here. So new perspective. That's time to switch that perspective, Joyce. There is a lot of help right here. Dee says, finally, after 62 years, I know what to eat that will heal my body. It's taken some time, right, Dee? It's taken some time. But hey, better late than never is what I say. I'm so glad I found this group. I'm so glad that you are here too, babe. So glad. Cynthia, so much love for you. Thank you for being my spiritual midwife. My absolute pleasure, babe. You're doing a beautiful job. I could not be more proud of you. Seriously, keep going. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing an amazing job. All of you are. I want us to all can we give ourselves a little hug, a little pat on the back, a little way to go. Let's give ourselves all a fist pump. Give yourself a fist pump. You're doing this. You're doing it. And like birthing a new person, right? All of us who've given birth to our babies, we know whether that was naturally or with a C-section, both of my babies, C-sections, or however that came about. You know the process and the experience of that. It is life-changing. It is painful. It is exhilarating. It is scary. But in the end, it's a beautiful process. You know what I mean? Change the perspective. I'm so happy to be here as your spiritual midwife, and I'm getting full body goosebumps when I say that. So I know that that is definitely for you, Sheila. Oh my God, you can get estrogen from fruit. I'm taking an estrogen replacement because I don't know where to get it naturally. No, you do not get estrogen from fruit, but yes, you will heal your body's ability to regulate your hormones with fruit. All right. It's not that you're giving your body estrogen, is that you are healing your endocrine system. You're healing your pituitary gland, you're healing your thyroid, and all of these things help to balance your body's ability to produce and utilize your hormones properly. Remember, the adrenals are critical for your hormone utilization and hormone production. So you heal the endocrine system, you heal the adrenal glands, you heal your body's ability to utilize and to properly manufacture all of your hormones. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So you don't get it anywhere naturally. You produce it inside of your body naturally. How do you do that? In a balanced way, you heal the systems, organs, and glands in your body that are responsible for those things. Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Morgan. Good morning. Thank you, Berns. I really need to hear you every day and these messages. It's very true. It's a self-love journey. Yeah, babe. That's why I'm here for you every single day. All right. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Just stay the course and stop. I like to remind myself of this as well. I have to stop looking for evidence that it's working all the time and just trust that it's working, because stuff is going on inside of our body that we don't even know. We don't even realize it. Stay the course, be consistent, don't give up. If you find that you are having periods where you're like wanting to give up, come to class. That's why I teach class every day. That's why I'm here for you guys every day. Yes, welcome, ASP. Welcome to the group indeed. You're so welcome, niece. I love you. Yeah, I love you and your beautiful head. Berns, I'm starting to have really bad dizzy spells, and it started yesterday. What can I do about this? Because now I'm feeling nauseous, drinking my juices. I'm laying down now. Breathe. You got to remember to breathe, baby. Breathe. Dizzy spells, if we look back over onto Detox 101, where we talked about detox symptoms, let's run through these again. And by the way, these are all the class notes from Detox 101. But can you see anything here that matches with this? Look at this. Mild headaches, blurred vision, minor vertigo. I know dizzy spells are in here somewhere. Let me look for them. Right? There's a lot of stuff that we're going to feel as we clean out the body, but definitely dizzy spells, vertigo, all of that are detox symptoms. I'm just looking through this. I mean, it looks kind of scary, right? You're like, oh my God, I don't want to give myself all that. Fruit's going to make me feel like that. No, the fruits are going to clean up and bring out all of the toxic crap in your body. And you're going to feel that. You're going to feel a condition twice, Dr. Moore says. Once when you create it, and once when you're getting rid of it. So let's see here. Let's see. So these are the moderate symptoms. Excessive itching, right there. You see it? Excessive itching right here. Very common. That's a moderate detox symptom right there. These are the strong symptoms. There we go. Severe dizziness or vertigo. So you know for sure that this is a detox symptom, niece. Absolutely 100%, 100% true. Go back to, you passed it. Okay, so it's up here. You can have it severe. And 2, where was it? Dizziness and or vertigo right there. So it's a moderate cleansing symptom as well as a strong one. Where's that strong one? There we go, dizziness. So if you guys are not caught up, and I will reteach Detox 101 and Detox 102, just like how I retaught protein, the truth and nothing but the truth about protein today. And yesterday I did sugar. I'm going to go back and review these because I know even though I say, hey, go and check out Detox 101, you're like, yeah, I'll get to that. We'll do this real soon as well. But all of these symptoms in the body are natural, normal processes of cleaning out your body. So don't be freaked out when you see these things, all right? Yes, my kidneys are open. Okay, well, you just saw that, Bettina. Itchiness, stuff coming up on the skin. If you can stick with it and just know and comfort yourself, just knowing that, okay, this is detox. All right, this is detox. I get it. Then this is what is going to be able to help you mentally get through it. And because you're getting your Dr. Morse herbs in, this is going to help you as well. So hang in there. Still in San Diego. We extended our trip till Monday. I missed my rebounder though, and the gym here is closed. Well, you'll get back to it soon enough. Get out on that beach, get your toes in the sand, go for a dip in the ocean if it's not too chilly right now, and enjoy being so close to nature. That is so good. Detox your being. Wonder what that kid is up to. He's been posting his videos. I think he's in Mexico now. Yeah. Yes, I felt it. I felt it. I am stirring it a lot or seeing it a lot with oranges. So again, oranges are a very high citrus fruit and a very high acid flavonoid, not acidic in terms of the residue that's left behind in the body, but acid in terms of the flavonoids in it. And the more acid flavonoids a fruit has, the more astringent and pulling it is. Pulling what? Pulling the toxins out of the cells, pumping them into the lymphatic system. And if your kidneys are not opened and filtering a lot, then it is going to try to come out through your third kidney, which is, you got it, the skin. So this makes total sense. If you find that on oranges or on any fruit in particular that you are having detox symptoms that are a little bit too strong, you can pull back, you can come off of the oranges and maybe go to melons, you can go to coconut water, you can go to different juices that are not going to be as pulling. In the beginning, when I started this, when I would have orange juice, oh, I would love it. But my tongue and my mouth got all torn up from that. You know what I mean? So, pull back on the oranges if it's too much for you. If it's too much for you, pull it back. If it's not too much and it's like, it's annoying, but I can manage through it for a little bit, keep going with it. You decide. This is your journey. You get to decide how intense you want it to be at any one point in time. But definitely very, very common with oranges. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, Greet. I didn't even notice. I love your new profile picture, babe. Look at your glasses. You look so cute. I'm on day 28 of fruit juice only. In the beginning, I ate something in the evening. Excuse me. Or I ate the pulp of the fruit in the mornings. I made some in the morning, and in the mornings I had some stool. Since I stopped eating and only juicing, I have no stools anymore. Only peeing a lot. Liters go in and liters come out. So when you say you have no stool, do you mean that you don't have a solid bowel movement? Are you just clearing out? And when you go for a poop, are you just clearing out water That's very normal on this protocol as well. And that changes. I mean, Danielle, one of my very first one-on-one coaching client. And by the way, if anybody is interested in hiring me as their one-on-one detox specialist, I'm happy to take you on doing that. I have one more opening that just came up. And but anyhow, contact me. I've got the link in the video description. But this is very common. Danielle, I think she went for 2 months, no bowel movement, just complete water coming out, and it was full of parasites for 2 months. That girl did not have a bowel movement in terms of a brown bowel movement. You know what I mean? No, nothing coming out, just air. Um, I would probably, I would probably say, Greet, I would put back in some of that pulp. You want to be having a bowel movement every single day. Definitely put in some of that. If you can get any of Dr. Morse's herbs, I would recommend getting the number 4 or number 5 of the GI Renew. He's renamed that though. What is it called? Is that the stomach and bowel? Is that what he's calling it now? But I would get on number 4 or 5 of that. You want to be having a bowel movement. Absolutely. Whether it's a watery bowel movement or a bowel movement. There it is for you, David, grapegate.com. But you want to be having a bowel movement every single day. You might want to add in a little bit of psyllium husk to your juices, or like you were doing, which I would do, is I would add back in some of that pulp. You want to give your bowel something to clean it out with. So you might want to add back in some of that very beautiful, very powerful electric GI broom in the form of the fiber. That's what I would do. Let's see here. Amen, sister. Amen, indeed. Oh, Sheila, yeah, let's give each other a fist pump for doing this. Let's give ourselves a fist pump for doing this. By the way, Berns, I've started my raw channel. Awesome. Let us know, what is the name of your channel, or is it here on YouTube as Consciousness? That's so cool. Oh, it's called the Raw Retreat House. Oh my God, that's so cool. Let me take a screenshot of this. I love seeing our class members doing their sharing. Oops, nope, I deleted that. I love seeing our class members being on this journey. And by the way, make sure as well to follow the Grayson Way, because Don and Ron share so much about what they've been doing to heal themselves. And they're doing it as a couple, which is really cool. Hey, Joanna. Welcome to the class, Joanna. Welcome to the class. We are so glad to have you here. Brand new student. Hello, Berns. Do bananas slow down the detox? Is it okay if I have around 10 a day? I can't stop eating them. Do you also get the feeling like you are never full? Joanna, I don't ever get the feeling that I'm never full. If anything, lately, very little fills me up. Bananas, okay, I'm going to show you. No, bananas do not slow down the detox in the sense that you'll still be detoxing when you eat a banana, when you have bananas. I want you to have a look at this. This is a chart that shows the different acceleration levels for depending on how you want to do this for yourself. All right. So you can have fruit smoothie, which is like whole fruits blended up. You can have bananas in there. You can have as well 100% fruits, berries, and melons. You can have bananas there, and all the way down. Eating solid food like a banana is going to be less accelerated than, say, doing a fruit juice. And fruit, you can't juice a banana because it's not a juicy fruit. But bananas are extremely helpful, extremely beneficial for your body. They're they're more dense nutrition wise. So for some people, if they want to really reduce some more of that inflammation in the body, it's sometimes better to not have as many bananas per se. But bananas are alkaline, like all fruit are alkaline. And I don't want you guys to be afraid of any fruit at all. So if you're craving it, then that is probably because your body really needs it and wants it. Yeah, I would, if it were me, I would keep on doing that. I would keep on eating the raw bananas that you're loving, and enjoy that. How are you feeling on it? That would be my number one question. If you feel that you are benefiting from it and that you are healing your body, you can usually tell that in your body. Absolutely. If you're doing it as part of your smoothie detox, knock yourself out. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, indeed. All right, skin. Yes, I have what looks like psoriasis spots on my left butt cheek. I've only ever had psoriasis on my scalp. Skin is looking better overall, though, I think. Yes. So remember, you're going to have some disease symptoms resurging itself as you're cleaning out and healing those parts of your body. What the fruit is going to do and what this protocol is going to do, is going to show you where you're weakest. Yeah. So if you have psoriasis on the skin, any kind of psoriasis, rashes, urticaria, any of those kind of urticaria, that's a nervous system issue as well. But anytime you see something happening on the skin, it is definitely a sign of what is happening within. Psoriasis, very, very easy to heal that in the body. It just may take some time. Joanna asks also, can we combine oranges with sub-acid fruits to make it less intense? Yes, yes, that is definitely what I've done. And what I've done is I have a really good um, uh, spicy and savory fruit juice. And what I do for that, I kind of made that because I was craving pickles one day and I wanted to make a juice that tasted like pickles, and it ended up coming out like this. 2 large English cucumbers, or 3 if you want, which are, by the way, cucumbers are a fruit as well. So you're good to go on that. So 2 to 3 large cucumbers, which would give you, I don't have my liter jar, but which would give you about 2/3 of a liter. And then top up that with orange juice. I like it with orange juice. Some people don't, but I like it with orange juice. Cucumber juice, orange juice, and then 2 cloves of garlic or less if you're not a fan of too much garlic, a third of a jalapeno pepper, and a big handful of cilantro. You juice all of those things together. Oh my gosh, it makes a beautiful savory juice. But you can also dilute your acid fruits um, with coconut water. You can dilute it with other types of juices that, like strawberry juice. Experiment with it. Experiment with it. And I know you're probably going to ask me, do you have any recipes for that? Not formally written down, but you can definitely recipes, lots of things at Grapegate. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, Grapegate has recipes as well. So there's a lot of great resources. Come to the group. Are you in our Facebook group, Joanna? There's tons of great advice and great sharing from all of our class members who are there with different solutions for dealing with questions like this as well. Like, okay, guys, what are your best recipes? What do you dilute with your acid fruits with? But yes, you absolutely can. I have a food combining, because we talked about combining food as well in the Detox 102 class. Yeah, Detox 102. Let me just turn that off. And you can see here, when it comes to food combining, what we just recommend is that you eat your melons separate, because melons have a faster digestion rate. And if you eat melons with other fruits, although disclaimer, I have done this, I have done watermelon pineapple juice, and it is phenomenal, but it may cause a bit of gassiness because of the digestion rates. But you can mix all of your acids, subacid, and sweet fruits together. Absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, these slides here are also in our Facebook group. So you can come on over there and get some of these resources there as well. I have them all in photo albums over there. Let's see. Oh, and eczema flare on my legs again. Yeah. So as you're cleaning the body out, remember that the skin is going to be your skin is going to be called into the expelling of toxins as well as you go through this process. You want your kidneys open, you want to get your bowels open, because the lymphatic system, particularly from the head, drains directly through the bowels. So you're doing it though. Hang in there. It's going to clear up more and more. Yeah, nothing. So get a little bit of fiber in you so that it'll act as that intestinal broom. All right, Greet, that should help. And keep us posted. Let me know. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Joanna, and all of the new students. It's still called GI Renew for 4 and 5. I'm on number 3, and it's helping me out. I was just like you, Greet. You should definitely get on those herbs. Yes, indeed. The herbs are powerful. And Greet says, thank you, niece. You're welcome. I've been juicing watermelons along with banana watermelon smoothies and or nice cream. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And every now and then, even on my juice cleanse, like last night, I was like, I feel like I need to eat something. And I had a banana, and I was totally fine with that. And, you know, we don't need to be afraid of the bananas in our lives. Absolutely not. Yes, GrapeGate is an amazing resource. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that website. Check it out. I like eating the lemons rather than juicing them. If I'm juicing it, I'm doing swamp juice. Yes, the green swamp juice from Danielle. I know that is one of your favorites. That is one of your favorites. All right, guys, that's it. We've come to the end of all of the class questions. You guys have done a phenomenal job. This was a very dynamic, beautiful class yet again. I hope that you got some great value out of that. Remember that I teach these live classes every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you, David, for correcting me on that. Eastern Time. I usually go 1 or 2 hours and 16 minutes, depending on how long we chat and what questions come up in class. This is a great place. Oh, you're so welcome, Carrie. You're so welcome. My absolute pleasure. This is a great place to come to get your questions answered, to stay motivated, to stay inspired, to stay in the mindset. You know what I mean? Because if you're not staying in the mindset of what you're doing with the momentum every single day, guess what? It's going to fade. Your momentum is going to fade. You need to stay consistent with your practice with this fruits. You need to stay consistent with the mental work. Please stay consistent with your meditations, you guys. And make sure to, again, jump over to the Facebook group, because we would love to have you there. Remember, answer the 3 questions in the Facebook group, or you get denied, and we don't like denying people who want to get the help. So I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. I'm going to go and start painting my front office room. Yes, I am. We're getting that room properly staged as an office, and I'm going to be all painted up today. Not looking forward to it, but I'm going to get it done because it needs to get done. Until tomorrow's class, everybody, I'm going to sign off now and wish you all a beautiful day today, wherever and whenever you are tuning in. I love you so